showtime.
Mr. Wright? So, what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death at 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. What's this and the evidence room part? Prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it. Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Would you mind coming with me? I'll prove that these thick rims and glasses aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. Oh, I guess we're picking it up for right as it is, eh? Okay. Hey everybody, it's the D-Rock 100. Welcome back to more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Blind. Last time, we managed to get him through the quote-unquote latter trial, as I found out. I don't know what was it called while looking through some of my notes in this, but I guess I probably could have ended it all in the combine those two episodes in one, but where's the fun in that? This time, we're here at the underground parking lot once again on the second day. We begin our investigation. You know, I really don't think that we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Of course it was our victim who was killed at the department. My sister would never do such a thing. I know it. The oil drum. Was it empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister, erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never! Even though she says that they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood stains or not, the water in the oil drum washed it all away. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminal testing fluid. Luminal? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. Testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look. I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this. See? Touch the screen to spray on it. Okay. Let's find us some blood stains. First time I'm actually really going to be properly using this. Because I probably should have used this when I was doing the searches, if you will. A little bit of something. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. To be honest, that was literally the first place where I would check. But, so, is this a blood stain? It's so... Ugh. Emma, you're shaking. It's just... This is my first time seeing real blood. How? Scientific investigation in action. Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a bloodstain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course. What's odd about this, scientifically? I guess the amount of blood? The perpetrator and Detective Goodman found here, right? Don't you think that there'd be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. Oh, right there. Blood stain on a car. On him, there wasn't much. It's strange. If they fought here, there'd have to be more blood stains than this. Hey, Mr. Wright. See how I'm marking up the floor plans of when we found a blood stain? See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, that's very useful information to have. I saved up my allowance to buy this. Alright. Can't be sure that the police will arrive at their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with the view of the case. And we'll drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Yeah! Feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? This luminol stuff is going to come in handy. Ha! I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Starr! You only trust your own eyes, Not bad, you two. The day old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead and doesn't really get the mouth watering. Okay. That's what I want to see. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Starbutt. No, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand! That's unforgivable! Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed an event was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? So you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Starr? Yes. It was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up. They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can't be an angel too. And your name, Miss Starr, Angel Starr. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I drag the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspects. Before long, they called me the cough-up queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from their lunches. And you were let go, fired. I thought that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prime and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be on one today. It's all because of that case. The SO9 incident. Fired from the SO9 incident 2 years ago. From the knife when we saw, I think. Wait, she doesn't mean... very interesting to say the least. But I noticed it from earlier at this picture that we have gotten. Might have had something to do with it. How about with the such? Take a look at this. You. Yes? You said you wanted some hot tea, right? No, but thanks. Shouldn't even look at it. Must have to brew the teas and... Oh, okay, yeah. We pre-infuse the leaves and have steam before brewing. I knew it! So that's the secret to the aroma. Exquisite. I think I'm smelling there's wasted time. I want to take a look around a bit more. Okay, I think I've seen something like this one. Yeah, we've seen that one already. Talk to you with everything that we needed to do. Who do you allow us to talk about the SO9 incident? Can we not do anything at the moment? I feel like there's something that's missing here. This kind of talks about the SO9 incident. What do you think about this? SO9 incident. On that night. And on that note. Good man. Goodman was the head detective in the case, you know? Really? That knife was evidence from that case. The murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SO9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SO9 incident? Can we talk to her about it now? No. There's more to it. Maybe we need to show her something else. Never had that ballistic shoot before. Yeah, I want to talk to her about this. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room, but even I get flustered sometimes. So you weren't straight to the scene of the crime and climbed the chain link events in an effort to stop the murder? That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime? Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Mr. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before. And I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Oh boy. Just like that time. That time. Are you gonna talk now? There it is. So I guess showing her own photo and the note that talked about the SO9 incident is what we needed. That's where I learned the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So, they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Mentions that the criminal was executed. That's kind of dark. And yet the SL9 case is still active. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. Doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was they never did find decisive evidence, not even a little. No real decisive. That's a little unusual. What? But the criminal was executed, right? Evidence of a sort. Made up evidence. But what? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those. Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be? Exactly, Officer Jake Marshall. He's on security details in the police department, isn't he? Crap. Craft. That's bizarre. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then, it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SO9? There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy office can stop us. Wait! Those lunches you sell! There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accused office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. Mr. old boyfriends, how many does she have anyway? Just when the detectives on the case have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, Rookie, what? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes? Then you should take this. Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. She's trying to find a rat in a cage in this office. Seeks to find a rat in the case. Gives us the lunchbox. Salisbury lunch. Steak lunch received from Miss Starr. Okay. Miss Starr, Officer Marshall, is he your... Are you his... Are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are really cooperating in this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. It seems that we have a strange connection on this. Let's go to the detention center. So Miss Sky is questioning. I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her. How did you kill him in two places at the same time? Can you imagine? How's she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. She said they caught the criminal at the police department. Let's come back later. Okay. Let's go to the criminal affairs department. Hello! Alright, hope we find something going here. Everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder at the detective in this department, after all. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot. Ugh, makes my head hurt. Well, first things first. I want to check out the crime scene here. Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. But don't mess up, or we could wind up dead. I don't want to, want some more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. We'll just leave it as tense in the offices. Alright, well. I guess we just head for the police department. Alright, here we go. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed in their own department. So, the evidence room. The scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet, we got him at the front desk. Here it is. Just like a kid in an amusement park. Oh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. I have a very, very bad feeling about this. Security guard office. This is gonna give us quite the bum deal. And wow, this place is full of Western brands. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door in the evidence room, the scene of the crime? It sure seems that way. Oh. What's wrong? It's those cacti! They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if there is a guard station, where is the guard? I have a feeling I know who this guard is already. Yeah. I kinda do too. Yipes. Sure prickly. It must be the real deal. I would think this one, just one big one would be sufficient. This cactus is a lot like my sister, actually. Miss Sky. Encased in a cold, rigid shell, with thorns pointing in every direction. Just like her. You know, I've been looking at this cactus for a while now, and I don't see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. I've seen that. Look who's here. There's a security guard uniform hanging here. It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? A punchy? A paunchy? A pinchy? I know, a poochie. Wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho. But I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. No clues here. That's definitely something. Look, on the floor. A lasso. Great. We'll just call us marshals on duty. It looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap? Here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. But the lasso missed. You sure have an active imagination. It looks like there's a video feed on the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of here. Recording on the PC. I guess let's go to the door. Image is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? Like we need someone's permission to go in there first. I think we might have something that just might work. Or not. The swing door makes the place look like some kind of salon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went in through here, the couch just would fall over. Ouch. I said it'd be more of an YOW! Myself. Clues here. Clues here. Couldn't we just use something on this to help? This place is charged with frantic energy as always. Please! Huh? Wasn't that... One steak lunch, please! Oh, it's you! Hello? Hey there, Gumshoe. Trying to ask us for some lunch. Is it the Gumshoe? Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. Oh, I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence. Criminal? You mean... You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, pal? On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? And the perpetrator. Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking isn't going to fill my belly. Wait, don't leave. If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Question should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later! He ran out to the evidence room. Well, this investigator's off to a running start. For a box of lunch. But we refused. We just need to go to the detention center. Well, time to see who our imbecile is this time around. Wrong place. Alright, here goes something. Time to find out who it is. Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodwin, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best not to go too far down that road just now. Things will just get confused. What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me? A perpetrator? I'd say I wasn't the perpetrator again, sir. That's what I said. Greetings, sir. Oh my god, here's Officer Meekins. You have bandaged the left hand. Coincidence? I think not! Wait, I know who you are. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anyone on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Officer Meekins! So you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost on patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report. No, sir, how should I say this? Wait, he isn't, is he? You, Officer Meekins, you didn't, did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir! What? What? Now, this is an unexpected turn of events. Great. Just great. Sir, I'm a patrolman here with General Affairs, sir! Sir! Ow! I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, and so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard office in front of the room was empty, sir. So normally there's a guard at the evidence room? That's right, sir. Because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir! Brings up a suspicious person. A suspicious person? Yow! What the heck is this guy doing? So what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? You just saw him yesterday. Might I ask, what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one here to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. Bandaged on his hand? Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. In your hand, that happened when Detective Goodman was stabbed? Well, you see, sir, don't you think you should just confess? But sir, but there was nothing I could do! Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened. When the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were... Huh? Then, when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir, all alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared! Ended up in evidence room. Mentions in that Detective Goodman had disappeared. So basically you were there at the wrong time at the right place. What? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock! Oh, that sorrow, sir! Can you imagine how I felt? Victim's body disappeared. That's some story. I don't mean to pry, but are you the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence, sir, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir! If you have to label me as persecutor or victim, sir, then label me victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention, and alive and well at that. Yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So you didn't know him. Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of a light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So, if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir! None! Nor do I have any recollections of killing him! Mentions that he had no recollection of killing. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. Yeah, this guy's a whole can of worms. Wait a minute. I think you might have... I feel like I'm missing something on this, because usually there's supposed to be like 4 things that needs to be asked. Autopsy report, badger panel, Metro's knife. Of the prosecutor's office. You were found in the evidence room. This whole thing's just kind of going all over the place. I wonder. Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey! That's it, sir! That's it! That's it! That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment. I did not mean for it to sound like that. But sir, now I remember! I remember, sir! You mean you remember what happened? Correct! That card! That card was the cause of it all! This ID card? Exactly, sir! That's exactly it! Nothing could be more exact, sir! Nothing! But pry into this one a little deeper. So the ID had something to do with it? Rather showing the ID card came rushing back. Can you tell me what it is that you remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman, a lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman who was in the evidence room, and that's why you thought he looked suspicious. Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir! That's what I've been trying to tell you! So he asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing! Suddenly pointed a knife at me! He pointed a knife at him. What? Sir, I assure you, I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and I leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him. Do unto the others before they do unto you? My own father's word, sir. What happened then? Well, my eyes, sir, everything went white. When I woke, I was here. Right. Wait a minute. Maybe this another person that might have used you to pretend to act as like a decoy. That had to be the reason. So, Officer Meekins, why is it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim who he met at the scene of the crime didn't show his ID card. In other words, he had no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. Which leaves it as unconfirmed person. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir! That's what I wanted to say! That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here? He told me that it had to be me and him, sir. On the day, at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly. No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime! The crime! The crime! I swore him to stamp out! It's there, it's me! It's on tape! We'll just label that as... brings up his security camera. Claims he's recorded. And you wait until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No thanks, I have my own. Well, guess if I go check out the crime scene. Alright. Kill! Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the head detective's desk. It's Chief Gant. So I'll get this prepped. Meets Gant. Are you sure this is all? You know what it means if there is anything missing? Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked the drawers, the lockers, the garbage cans, the coat pockets, the pillowcases behind the computer monitors, the coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away, deal? Yes, sir! We'll scour the place again, sir. The detective looks a little flustered. Righto, my boy! How you been? Swim much? Oh, Chief Gant! Reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? You gotta be polite to the guy. Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, Worthy? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an question. Yep, well, we've had no end of troubles with the bodies since last year. You mean the incident on Gore Lake? It doesn't look good having one of our top people sitting in the defendant's seat. Now you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, Righto? Von Karma. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. But wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of a turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? Brings up that edge on work is not in the best situation. This guy just can't get a break, can it? It's downright odd, I tell you. I mean, it happened at exactly the same time. Murder at the prosecutor's office. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, Righto, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. Wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the head detective's trap shut. Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier. Huh? You saw that? Whoops. I wonder what it was that he wanted the head detective to do. Let's see who we can kind of discreetly ask him. How are we going to discreetly tell him? Should we, like, present him something? Because something tells me that we're not going to be able... I guess that we can always kind of look around a bit. There's the computers and files on each one. I find that a lot tighter than I expected. Okay, I kind of seen this one before. Look at that blue badger right there. So this is the police mascot, is it? The blue badger, future star of the police force. The design's a little changed from the one outside. Oh well, the dancing blue badger trademark is still under development, you see. You have it trademarked? Absolutely. It's cutting-edge stuff. Very now. I'd show this doll here to my daughter, and she burst into tears. We'll show her the moving her mock-up outside then. It'll give her nightmares. You look suspicious. I must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. I know! The killer used a cassette tape! What a crafty trick! The gunshot was a fake! This is good. No one will expect a cassette tape in this day and age. He's not writing a report. He's writing a novel. Ow. Oh, sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. He took away every last piece of garbage in that trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. Lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. Make a note of that in this case. Finds a lost item report. It was half finished. It was February 21st. Wait a minute. The SL9! That can't be a coincidence. Potential link to the SL9. I'm sketching on. Trying to get a quick look at the crime scene. Let me see if maybe I can... To be submitted to the chief. I have written the documents. So the only thing that he didn't get fully done was the ID and the lost item. Interesting. Ah, here we go. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Wright asked me for help. I was wondering if we can investigate the evidence room. Ah, crud. Now, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry. You don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd get the $50 no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. It just goes to show you never know until you ask. And for you, here, you can borrow this. Huh? Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir. It's an honor. You just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. gives us permission to the evidence room. It looks pretty cool on my label, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir. Because, sir, we get to go to the evidence room now, sir. I just suppose it's a bad influence on this girl. Oh, don't be like that towards her. Because now we can finally enter the evidence room. So, all we need to do now is just to go right up to there. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha! The card reader's turned off, see? What is that security guard thinking? Howdy, partner. Well, well, what's made my Bambina sky so gray? Crap! This guy. I like his scene, though. Officer Marshall! What's that somehow I knew look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my salon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Salon, saloon. Whatever. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw? Well, what you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. Crime scene's away. Card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tango with you, hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tango with us, hombres. I was wondering if we could talk to you. Sorry, Bambina, but I'm off to roam the lands like a tumbleweed on the wide prairie. With a gunslinger loading his 6-shooter, I say a little prayer. I am not making that noise. What's that all about, Mr. Wright? I think he was just too hungry to talk. Just saying that because his stomach was growling. You have no idea what he was talking about either. Well, in any case, we need to get cracking on this investigation. I suppose maybe we could, bribe him. That smell. Reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Starr. What's this? What? What's wrong? Filet steak lunch. I see! I don't see. I wonder what it means. Alright, Bambino, you win. Ask anything. Gives him the lunchbox. That seemed to have hit the spot. When all else fails, present them a lunchbox. He's willing to talk. Alright. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. That poor little doggy. Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong by calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at the station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed Zippy. He was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. Don't leave for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines too much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak next to your steak, you know? He was out of office when the murder occurred. Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SO9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record book, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what exactly happened. There's some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, the case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? The day of the case? That's right. The evidence transfer rules. Brings up SO9. Was dead on the day of the case. Evidence transferals. Richard was talking about the transferals too. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. The easiest ones to understand, and these are security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. Nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. Officer Meekins and Detective Goodner, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard, you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. Plus a card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID passed through. Two people enter that room. Shows us a record of IDs that entered the evidence. Two were entered the moment before the murder. One of them happened to be Goodman's number. But what's the other one? Hey! It seems that's somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard of whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Is there some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing? Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. We kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out that there was a mistake, see? So what happens in the evidence room after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the police station. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transfers are like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. That happened to SO9 2 days ago. I kind of want to present his ID badge to him because it shows his number on the record. See this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot? No, this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us the ID number on the ID card record. Boom. Same time. Look, the fourth number. It's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekin say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman his ID. What did he do? That's the thing! Suddenly he pointed a knife at me! If he had his ID card, then why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. Receive the record as evidence. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this and list to other people with IDs here. Well, we'll do that as we take the evidence center room at the first visit. This is getting crazy! It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Oh, hi! Ow! Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So it was true what I heard. Righto! Please, do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's desire. Knock yourself out. Yeah, it's true. So chief of police can't. Well, loan only $50? Even me? Oh, so that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day. But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Gives us floor plans as evidence. Evidence. There we go. Alright! Cool! So Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day? That's right! It's an honor! After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're boss, why are you all so alone? Where are your underlings? They're using our findings from yesterday's investigation to prepare for the trial. In other words, Detective Goodman got kicked out of the investigation again. I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. And in my own evidence, locker pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Of course! I'm a detective after all. You gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open. So the detectives are given lockers that only they can open. Fingerprints, perhaps? I always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SO9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about this case. Mentions that Edgeworth can't even get away from SO9. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every lock is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using this ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. IDs cards can't be lost. Well, I'm on my third card since entering the force already. Sounds like a lot. Yeah, so but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint? Called it! Exactly, pal! The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint! And that's the only locker we can open. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest models. It's a trick to the handles, see? Handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, zap! You get a shock. If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There's even some people in the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Brings up that fingerprint into open the evidence locker. Note added into records. Perhaps maybe we should go ahead and do some investigating around here like that. Something sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal, making me out of him to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was opened recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detectives responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Plus, the Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot, too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. If you're going to talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. Inside a locker. Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. That looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. And the guy they caught was some sort of escaped artist and he got away. Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. Sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here. What sort of looking fishing pole that is? Ah! That's my personal pole! Never did get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that fish somewhere before! Right, pal! That's the metal detector! The one that led to the solving of the case out on Gorman Lake, remember? Oh, right! Oh, that feels like it was ages ago. And I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, that! That's a radio locator. I'm sure it will come in handy in some cases sooner or later. Cheap looking box? You can't judge a person or a machine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart. That could come in handy later on. Hello? What's this? Blood! It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. Looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright! What if there are other bloodstains left in the room? We should use her testing fluid to check it out. Good idea. Spotted blood on a locker. Time to spray it. Alright. Found something. There must have been a massive amount of blood here. Never seen so much before. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman. It's actually an alien! Proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note on it on the floor plans. Hey! If you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked! By crime scene. Lots of it by the scene. Now I knew it! This is someone's right hand. What? Right hand on locker. What's the matter, detective? This locker. It's mine. It's yours? Please! You have to help me! When they come to take me away, promise testify that I wouldn't harm a fly! You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? But you're a detective! Gumshoes locker. Ugh. Feel bad for this guy. On to something else. This one just happens to be a left hand? Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. It just might be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I had to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief. You get this, Emma. I was by mail order. Well, I better jot this down on the floor plans. Two lockers. And one that appears to be a... I want to take a look at that one again. Pay attention before if it was like a left hand. Left hand on another exit. I'll have to look at back into that into the recording, but alright! Now let's take a look at our floor plans. Can we not do anything with this one? Well, we definitely managed to get some things down from this, but I kind of want to now present a few things to you. Because we have victim's note on this. Did the Goodman's note. And that switchblade knife. I bet Edra was the most surprised of anyone. Because the SO9 connection. That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from the case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Might as well show this since this was used on the day of. That's the victim, Detective Goodman's ID card. These days, everything's cards are secret numbers. I can never relax. That's not because you always lose your card. I always forget my secret number too. Scary, huh? My face should be the ID enough. What's the world coming to? Don't shoot. Rebel against the system. Sweet. Now that was a bloody violent case. Violent? So it was a murder. A serial killer. Serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight. It started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence. It was supposed to be all cleaned up with a transfer the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SO9 incident, see? Last case for Goodman. He was in charge. The SO9. So that switchblade knife. The victim who took the knife out of the evidence locker himself. This kind of answers a few things. Okay. There's nothing else that we could do at this point. Oh, wait a minute. I want to go back in there real quick, because I think there was something there that I missed. When I look at that open case, and there's an indicator tag stuck on it still. That lock is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker. Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it's been hard to get it open again when we closed it. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. There's a cloth right there. Someone left a glove here, but only one. Is that the gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal, making me out of some kind of absent-minded detective. And evidence from the case, you know? SO9. It does have a tag on it. Cool! Check out Goodman's locker. It's empty. Collects a rubber glove. Has the same case on it. Look at that rubber glove. Extremely thin rubber glove. Can we not open this? I feel like there's something in this room that I'm missing. There's some shards here. Someone must have been broken something big to make all these pieces. Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal, making me out as some kind of hooligan. That apparently from D case. D case? Yes, a 9, isn't it, pal? See the sticker on one of the pieces here? The piece of S9 evidence. Huh? Let's take a closer look. Takes a look at charts from the SL9. You want to try to put it back together? Good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Well, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tub of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting in the rest in there. Alright. Here we go. Right. Here we go. Oh, there we go. That. Oh, that's not it. Oh, here we go. You perhaps? Ah, here we go. Here we go. Oh, God. Damn it. There we go. What? This? Oh, wait, here we go. There we go. Now we're getting it. A piece of some kind. Huh? A piece is missing. Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. I know it took me 2 minutes to do. The problem is finishing it. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing it to begin with. Still, it doesn't look like the most stable car in a jar. I kind of understand how it got broken. Unstable jar added as evidence. I guess we now have one other place we gotta go to. We got everything that looks like we can do in here for the moment. prosecutor's office. So there's gotta be something in this room that we need to find. But I gotta admit, kind of nice to be in here again. So let's go down here. There we go. I don't know there. Well, this place is certainly tidy today. And it will be tidy tomorrow, too. Incidentally, he's not here. I'm sure he's out doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. Huh? I guess we'll have to come back. What? There's nothing else that we can do here? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did we actually miss something there again? Was there actually something that I missed? Let me give these a good spray one more time. What am I missing? This is stuff and evidence stuff in dreams. Not sure about the dreams. Won't open. Guess I should have known. Hey, pal, our security is high-tech around here. Alright. We've seen this already. We've seen that one. There's some paint right here. What is the saw paint doing here? Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression. True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger? Well, you might say this is my studio. Here? In the evidence room? Okay. Wait a minute. They'll give you 50 cents. The police department who lacks faith in its lock system. This Goodman was stabbed here and... Oh, okay, here we go. But at the same time, he was found dead over at the prosecutor's office. Look at the side real quick. Look here. It's hard to make out, but there are dark and red stains here. It looks like blood. Did Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on him when he was stabbed? Not likely. The blood looks like it's been here for months, maybe longer. The jar was evidence in this SL9 incident. That might be here when the blood got on it. Think, Derek. Think. Give it one last spray. If I can't find anything, I'll check this elsewhere. There's gotta be something that I'm missing, right? Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna figure something out here real quick. Ah! I am an idiot barks on a freaking totem pole! This! I gotta show him this! I completely overlooked this. Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Ah, heard the rumors. So it's Gooman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa! What is it? That second number! It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth! What? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth! What? What? Gumshoe. Record file. Edgeworth have come to the evidence room. Hey pal, look at the time! Was this something you needed to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth and Inquiry Committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to give them my report for the day. What? It might help, you know? Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? So this is nothing but no problems? Hey! If Mr. Edgeworth is talking about, I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. These enemies in when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe. I'm on, pal. Later. Something tells me that flyer's gonna be important for something, but maybe in another game. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say too. Oh, sure. Now we can go see him. I was hoping that he would be there sooner, but I guess we just needed to look into the record books on this one. There we go! For the love of God! Oh, hi, Bellboy! Haven't seen you in a while. Ah, yes, my apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave so long. Okay. There, stand by the window, a teacup in his hand. Ah, it's you. He has a hotel bring him tea service? Miss Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? Precisely. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Oh yes, he brought me some information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. I think the reporter's on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Miss Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. Okay, let's talk to him. So how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning, but lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Talks about a warning. Concealing evidence. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened? They gave you control of the investigation over to the police department. Police department? Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the chief of the police gant. He can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Investigation was transferred to Gant. Why, I ask you? Why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still, I've never seen him out of those sorts. I kind of want to present him in the unstable jar. Right, please. I'm the prosecutor of this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea. I'll pass on you. Just tell me about the case. Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth just told us no in a very polite manner. Okay, that was useless. Even if I show him the best evidence I can get some real reaction out of him. Like what? I guess we can always go for the ID kind of record for this. Oh, right. I better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage? That's right. You went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. Chief of Police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. Went to evidence room by order of Gant. He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be in the evidence that was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbing, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. I'm curious about this other case. I never make a note of it. Screwdriver was added to record. They must have used it into potential open that up somehow. Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Let me take a look at this real quick. It is AI-16. AI-16. What's that got to do with anything? Nothing, apparently. At least that's what Edgeworth said. That makes it look like all the more suspicious. Who knows? This might turn out to be the clue that breaks the case. Wouldn't that be nice? Alright. I'm pretty sure that you can't exactly ignore this either. I know you. You probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you're on, the SL9 incident. Some dark suspicions you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life, as I recall. I figured I'd be telling you about that sooner or later. Bad memory. He's talking about the murder in the elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. The Esplanade incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Demon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago, too, then. He was the best we had, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Oh, you get nervous too, Miss Edgeworth? What I want to know is why he was a deputy chief of police on the investigation. In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the bloodhound would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't? Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecuting accuser wanted to know something. My sister? You still working on that scientific investigation? Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Lumino testing fluid? Well then, you might have used it for this. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints. It's been chemically treated for better attention. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone who's involved. Thanks. I'll give him these to Detective Gumshoe as well. It gives us a fingerprinting set. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Right. Well, I guess we go back to the evidence room. That woman's gone. Star's gone. And even Marshall's gone. This is definitely taking a while. But don't worry. By the looks of it, I think we're almost done. Our investigator turned up a suspicious handprint. Here, and there's a blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. There! Begins to you the set. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different fingerprint. So let's choose the fingerprint that will have left behind the cleanest print. You can't tell the difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. Well, let's try this. Okay, now it's time to check the prints. Let me show you how it's done. First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around. Huh? How do you do that? Just touch the screen. See? Ah! So that's the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely with the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? You just blow with your breath. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See? Wow, that looks like fun. Might just take some getting used to though. It's fine, it won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on the stick and blow away the extra. Alright, here goes something. You did it! You found one! But this looks like nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left his handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me you've been wasting our time here! Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look at the other prints? Looking at the locker again closely. Aha! Seems like the fingerprints outside the bloody handprints as well. Let's see if we can find a clean print. Fingerprints outside the blood. I see you. Now we should have a better chance on this. Yay! Print so clear it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyway, this print looked it took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet. This is quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint that we got from Edgeway. And point out the person on the left these marks. How am I supposed to know who it was? You can make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. Which fingerprint would be most likely to find in the evidence locker? Nope. 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 No match. Alright, how am I supposed to guess whose they are? Bloody handprints and the fingerprints are in different places, right? Okay. Something wrong? I was just thinking if you're sure who it is, why don't you match the fingerprints? It's right! I was doing this for your benefit, so you learn. Fine, fine. Nope. Nope. Aha! Got a match. Aha! So the prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking so what. Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Something you hit, something you miss? You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. As for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Right. We'll just get our handy in a little Lysol, and then we just spray it on here. Nope, that ain't it. So we got an aluminum fluid reaction, right? Right! There was a handprint here. Okay, wanna try using this? Alright. Let's check for prints. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it with chemical means any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints. Is the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me! Anyway, we must try to find prints of word wiped away. Prints other than the ones that... the bloody hand. There had to be another one. Here we go! Got something. Right. Dang it! Right. Or not. Perhaps maybe Goodman's. Nope. Ain't it? It was close, but... guess we could try them all. Oh! Here we go! We have a match! Hey, these fingers, they... Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? Finds out the handprint. With the claw. It's Jake Marshall. Marshall's handprints added to the court record. That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma. These are decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. No reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh. Oh! So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a white bloodstain. But why would Officer Marshall? It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you call decisive evidence. Indeed. I don't believe it. That felt like it took almost 2 hours to do. It's one of the longest recordings I've ever done. With this decisive evidence that we now have, you go to court next time. See you guys then.